Hi, you're watching Coffee and Crypto. I'm Arun Singh, and now we are going to discuss doxing, which is an internet slang. But why is it relevant in the crypto world? You'll get to know after you hear our explainer. So, doxing in layman's terms is posting someone's personal information online without their consent. It's an internet slang, as I mentioned, and it refers to dropping documents, and it comes from the word doc, the short form of document, hence doxing. Now, how is it relevant in the crypto world? Well, individuals here use anonymous identities to protect their privacy. The best example is of the OG, Satoshi Nakamoto, who started Bitcoin, the first ever cryptocurrency. His identity is known to nobody. However, many cryptocurrency projects are now choosing to reject this idea to build trust. They choose to be public with their identities and connections to their projects. Such a team is called Dox team, which means the information is out there, their identities are known, and there is no anonymity. So why do some people hide their identity in the crypto world? Well, number one, it's a safety measure against hackers for some. But number two, some also do it as a part of the crypto culture. As I told you, it all started with the onset of the crypto madness, and that is Bitcoin being started by Satoshi Nakamoto. But we'll discuss this in detail with our guest Ajit Khurana, founder of Flexical. Ajit, very warm welcome once again. So, first of all, this concept of hidden identities, is it a taboo or essential?
I can't resist pointing out that Arun Singh and Ajit Singh are talking about doxing. Sorry, I just had to say it. Having said that, let me just answer your question. Pre-Web3, it was inconceivable. Pre-Web3, it was inconceivable that you would be, participating in an economic setup such as a company, token, project, whatever, where you don't know who the founder is and who are the people behind it. I think you literally don't know that. So I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but the fact is that it makes me very uncomfortable because despite some of the reasons that you listed, I find that accountability is greater when we know who the person is. Otherwise, you can't even hold somebody accountable. Lot of crypto projects, including the world's most famous NFT project called Bored Ape Yacht Club, were anonymous when they started, and some journalists somewhere went and doxed them. So I think that both of these are internet phenomenon, Web3 phenomenon. On the one hand, I don't like teams that are not doxed. On the other hand, I like people who go out and unearth the real founders. I'm waiting for the day when we will dox Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah, and also, since we're talking about recent incidents, one of the founders, actually two of the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, they were outed, they were doxed. So, that was done, I think, for no reason. That doesn't do any good to anyone. So, would you say that that's like just to create hype, or does it do any good, maybe?
Sometimes when I hear that certain movies are getting banned in some companies, I ask the same question, that was it really a ban, a boycott, or is this a matter of marketing? So I don't know the reality behind it, but I do feel that when somebody is doing a project, they don't come forward in the public, and then there is this grand unveiling, and suddenly people find out, it does create a hype. So I think at least half the cases are pure marketing and nothing else.
But let's say someone want to retain their anonymity. How can they prevent doxing?
So, Edward Snowden and the likes are actually trying to retain their, hide their identity even from the government of the US, and they are managing to some extent. So it can be done. But in this digital world, it is very, very simple with location, with devices, with internet protocols, IP addresses, etc. Having said that, I must tell your viewers that, hey, as founders of crypto projects, please focus on creating value as opposed to remaining hidden. Because if you are being hidden to avoid regulations, then that is going to come to bite you soon.
Okay, I also have a PJ to end this. Now, doxing time ends and relaxing time begins, Mr. Khurana, because we've come to an end of this show. Thank you so very much for joining. This is Coffee and Crypto. I'll see you on next Friday at 6:30 p.m. on NDTV 24/7. For now, it's goodbye from myself.